name is Wang. I'm Executive Director for Chinese Language Initiatives at the Asia Society. Basically, my mission is to help the Chinese language field to build and strengthen its infrastructure so that American schools, especially in the K-12 sector, will have the capacity to build programs and to offer Chinese language and culture learning to our students, because this is such an important language and culture to understand. Hawaii is ideal because it's always been viewed as the place where the East meets the West and the West meets the East. And it's also very international because we really need to think about learning Chinese in the larger context of a global society. And we really need to think about why we're learning Chinese nowadays, because it's really not learning Chinese or to be able to speak some Chinese words that is important. What is important is our students will develop that global view and think about themselves as world citizens, and so that they'll be able to function in this interrelated world. And that's why language is a perfect vehicle for cultural understanding, because it's not just words being the codes, it's also how you say it and what you mean by saying whatever you say, and the way of doing things, the way of being in the world, interacting with the people. And I think that all came out when you're communicating with people. And language is really the key to that intercultural understanding, because when you are making an effort in speaking somebody else's language, you are telling people, I value who you are and I want to understand you in your term, and in turn you will understand me better. And another thing that's kind of hidden is that by understanding other people, we actually understand ourselves better. Because by talking to other people, it became more crystal clear to what do we mean by what we say, who we are, and the identity becomes more salient. When people think about Chinese or other critical need languages, they all think in terms of national security. And sure, that is important because that's the first step to get us to understand other people and to be comprehended. On the other hand, there's also the economic reason, and more important is the cultural, the humanistic reason behind that. And I think that's a part that people don't really see. And I think this is a very important step in our federal government to recognize that we really need to engage with other people. And the first thing is, again, to understand each other's language and culture. We bring it from the government sphere, extend it to the educational sphere, and let schools and students and teachers, everybody, to understand that we are promoting language and cultural understanding, not just for national security, but think about this. If we don't understand people, where can security come from? And nowadays, in this globalized society, particularly with a lot of global issues such as global warming or economic and also migration issues and disease and world peace, we really need to engage one another to work together.
很好。